Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Let's take a look at the new Apple Intelligence Image Wand feature of your iPhone and iPad. So among the new Apple Intelligence image creation features, Image Playground gets the most attention. It works on the iPhone, iPad, and Mac, and is a full app in and of itself, as well as something you could access in other apps like Messages. Genmoji is also something people talk about, where you can create your own little emoji characters and use them as inline text in messages and emails. But there is another image creation option. It's called Image Wand. It's only on the iPhone and iPad. And keep in mind, you need to have an iPhone or iPad that is capable of using Apple Intelligence. So make sure your iPhone and your language and region are compatible, and look for Apple Intelligence in Settings. Make sure that's turned on, and then you should be able to use Image Wand. It's a feature inside the Notes app. So it basically lets you create some images in the Notes app. Let's start with this simple note here. I've actually added some text to this note already. And let's say I want to generate an image. You can use Image Wand with just some text in a note like this. The way to start using it is first go to the drawing tools, which you'll see here at the bottom. It's not the Apple Intelligence button, but the drawing tools button. And then you'll see the various different pens you can use to draw. You're going to see different things if you're using an iPad. I'm showing this on an iPhone. Now, the Image Wand is this new drawing tool right here. You can select that and then just go to a blank space in the note and then take your finger and use it to make a circle like you're using a magic wand, like that. And what it's going to do is it's going to take the text in your note and use that as a starting point. You could see it there as one of the little idea bubbles to the left. I know sometimes when you do a bullet list or a checklist, it puts individual items in individual little bubbles like that. Sometimes it groups them all together, but it's going to try to create something based on that. So here you could see a variety of different images I could flip through like this that include all of those different ideas that were there. You can see the cocktails there. You can see the pool. You can see the mountains. You're going to get different ones. You can keep flipping through them and have it generate more and more and more. By the way, if you find these videos valuable, consider joining the more than 2,000 others that support MacMost at Patreon. You get exclusive content, course discounts, and more. You can read about it at MacMost.com/Patreon. Now, you can add more to the description here. So, for instance, if I thought it'd be nice in this picture to actually have a sunset, I can add that in and done. And it's going to add a second idea over here, and then it's going to include a sunset in the images it creates. You could also tap this plus button here and then choose a style. And in Image Wand, you actually have 3 styles to choose from, more than in Image Playground. So you've got the sketch style, which is going to be the default. You can also go to the illustration, which is something that you've got in Image Playground, or you can go to the animation style like that and get ones using that style. So you can play around with those different styles. You can play around with adding more ideas for the image here. You can remove ideas by tapping the little minus button. You've got this button here that you can tap, and you could copy this image, share it. You could save it out. You can cancel and just erase the image, or you could tap done here and it will use the image there in the note. And let's try using Image Wand a different way. This time, I'm going to use the tools here, and I'm going to choose a pen tool. And I'm going to draw something with my finger. Of course, on an iPad, you would probably use an Apple Pencil. Now, I'm not very good at drawing, which may be the whole point of Image Wand here, but I'm just going to draw a little scene like this. I'm going to put maybe a little cottage here with a door. I'm going to put a palm tree like this, and maybe put a sun on this side like that. So pretty bad at drawing, but now I could tap the Image Wand at the bottom like that. And now I could circle this image here like that. And then sometimes it'll start right away. Sometimes it'll prompt you for more information. So I want to define cottage, beach, sun, palm tree. And I could do these as separate individual items. I'm just going to do them as one here. And you can see it's using my drawing as the idea on the left. and then it's using my words on the right there. I can add more, certainly, but notice what it did here. It created an image and it did follow along with my drawing. You can notice how the palm trees are on the right, the sun is on the left, for instance. And the cottage more or less looks like what I drew, which is probably not what a beach cottage would look like anyway. And I could flip through the different images here and see what else it comes up with. You can see it even has rays coming out of the sun following along with my drawing. I could add more to the description. I could change the style. Let's change to an animation style here. And then if there's an image that I like this, I can tap done, and there I go. Now, like Image Playground and Genmoji, there are limitations to this, and the most notable one for Image Wand is it doesn't seem to handle people. Like, you can't draw a stick figure and have it create a person. It doesn't handle faces or anything like that. It seems to be more for drawing scenes and objects. You are able to do some things, like here I've described a robot, for instance, and you could see the 3 things there for the description. So if I use Image Wand for this, you could see it's going to come up with something based on those bullet items there. So there you go. I could flip through here and have it generate more. Sometimes it's a little puzzling what it creates, but you can see on the third one there, it does get humanoid looking robot with a tuxedo and carrying a serving tray. Now let's look at some more things that you could do here with this. I'm going to tap done here, and notice it works out as a drawing, so I can resize it pretty easily. You can't really do that with photos. I've got the ability to duplicate and delete it. I can also use this button right here to go back in to Image Wand and change the image to something else. So let me go with this one, and I want to demonstrate another thing that you could do here is you can tap and hold on this and then tap the 3 dots here, and you get your basic cut, copy, paste, duplicate, and all of that. But you also have remove background, which is something you could do with images as well. But sometimes it's useful in Image Playground because I get rid of the stuff it drew in the background and just have the object there. You can, of course, also add another sketch to this. So I can go back in now to the tools and I can draw more. And I could add other things like, for instance, I could add stickers, I could add shapes, like perhaps like an arrow, like that, and continue to add more to the note like that. Now I can also draw to add to this. So let's say I want to try to get a robot from the side. So I can kind of draw like this, maybe create a nose like that with a single eye, and then some shoulders, and then maybe holding the tray like this. You can see how bad that is, but with that description and Image Wand, in that case, it didn't grab my text in the note, but I could do robot holding tray and see what it comes up with. And you can see it doesn't have the robot anymore. Face on, it's pointing over in one direction. And you can see I get a few variations on that as well. I like this one. So done, and there I go. That's a look at Image Wand, another way to create images using Apple Intelligence. So keep in mind, just like other AI utilities out there, I expect this to develop rapidly over the next few years. So we'll probably end up with better results and more features as well. Hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, click the thumbs up button below to let me know. I publish new tutorials each weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out.